Despite both Keir Starmer and Yvette Cooper making statements today confirming that they will not be doing a public inquiry into the grooming gang scandal, it looks like there is some hope on the horizon, because now the Conservatives think that they might be able to force a vote in the House of Commons on a public inquiry. That's right, we've got Kemi Badenoch today tweeting saying the Conservatives will put forward an amendment to the Children's Wellbeing Bill to require a full national inquiry. Now, this isn't confirmed yet whether it will go ahead, because it requires the Speaker, Sir Lindsay Hoyle, to select the amendment. However, I think that Lindsay Hoyle would be an idiot not to allow the amendment to be discussed and to be voted on, because he's already been in a lot of controversy. You may remember around the time of the Israel-Hamas war kicking off, there was a lot of scandal around him, saying he wasn't doing his role properly because he was making decisions on what to select on the basis of the safety of MPs and so on. Won't go into the detail of that, but I think he probably wants to avoid another scandal. And if he were to not select this amendment, then there would be a whole hoo-ha about him being complicit in the grooming gang's cover-up and whatnot, and he probably does not want that. So I think that there really is some hope here. Now remember, Conservatives, they've not got a whole lot of MPs at the moment. Labour have a huge majority, so this will really depend on the Labour Party's approach to this. Will they allow a free vote on it, or will they go strong in their whipping operation and start telling their MPs that you're not ever going to get a promotion, you might lose your whip and be removed from the Labour Party if you do not vote against the inquiry. So let's see what happens. I really hope that some backbench Labour MPs are as disgusted as the rest of us are with what happened with the mass rape of young girls in this country, and that they will do the right thing and vote for a national inquiry. Let's see what happens. But we had Yvette Cooper just now make her statement to the House of Commons, and Chris Philp, the Shadow Home Secretary, stood up and spoke right after her, and this is what he had to say about what the Conservatives will do to try and force a vote.
Speaker, the Home Secretary did not address the need for a full national public inquiry on this scandal. Now, while the last government did initiate the ICSA inquiry under Professor Jay, that was mainly directed at other child sexual abuse and exploitation issues, and it only covered 6 of the towns involved in the gang rape scandal. So it didn't cover everything. We do need to get to the truth. We now have evidence, new evidence of further that is of interest to the public, including what Simon Danchuk, the former Labour MP for Rochdale, said about the way he was pressured into staying silent. We have evidence about local authorities covering this up. We have the 3rd report last year on Operation Span, commissioned by the Mayor of Greater Manchester, Andy Burnham, exposing failings by the Crown Prosecution Service, which are extremely serious. This all needs to be looked into. So will the Home Secretary commission that national statutory public inquiry, which can compel witnesses to attend, that can requisition evidence, and where it can take evidence under oath? And if the government will not order that statutory national public inquiry, we will table an amendment to the Children Wellbeing Bill later this week to put the matter to a vote. And I hope members across the House will vote for that full statutory public inquiry so we can get to the truth.
There we go. So Chris Philp, the Shadow Home Secretary, there first of all explaining to the Home Secretary why the ICSA report that was already being done, that they keep on talking about, was absolutely insufficient and barely even touched on the issue of grooming gangs, to be honest. It mostly focused on other areas of child sexual exploitation. And him saying, if you guys don't do the right thing and start putting a public inquiry into motion, we will force it upon you. We will force a vote on this. And him making a call to action there, asking members across the House, both Labour and the Conservative Party, to vote for a public inquiry should it come to that. As I said, they're going to need a lot of support from Labour backbenchers if they are to get that majority that they need in order for a public inquiry to happen. Let's hope it happens so that we can get justice for the many, many victims that are crying out for a public inquiry at the moment. I think it's going to be pretty shocking, and I think trust in politicians in general is going to really hit an all-time low if we manage to get a vote on a public inquiry and the people that represent us, the 600 odd MPs in the House of Commons, not even a majority of them are able to vote in favour of a public inquiry into this. That is desperately needed. So let's hope that politicians do the right thing. Let's hope that the Speaker, Lindsay Hoyle, selects the amendment to be debated, and let's hope that the MPs in the House of Commons do the right thing. Anyway, we will keep you updated on any more changes to the situation. We'll obviously be looking closely to see if Lindsay Hoyle selects that amendment when it is put forward, and we will let you all, our Reason subscribers, know what is going on. Thank you very much for watching.
Still watching? Well, I've got a quick ask for you. Recent UK, we're fighting the woke brigade and inspiring young Brits, but we need your help to go bigger. We're hosting a fundraiser and would love you to sign up and share the link on the big day. It's easy, it makes a massive impact, and there are prizes for top fundraisers. Click the Google form in the description to join us. Cheers very much. Let's keep going together.